everybody. Welcome to Absolutely Obscure with Josh and Rory. I'm Rory.
I'm Josh.
And this is a podcast where we watch movies you've never heard of and we talk about them.
Yeah.
And this week we are going to have a bit of a low-key, not very great episode about the movie Active Adults.
Yeah, this is a weird one because I wouldn't call it bad.
No, it's just boring as shit.
Right. And like I kind of even liked it a little bit. It was interesting at least. But like if someone said like, what did you like about it? I'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to say much about it.
Yeah.
It's like if you have an hour and 18 minutes to kill and nothing better to watch.
Yeah, you could do worse things.
Yeah.
This came out in 2017. This is from director Aaron Fisher Cohen, who has not done anything since.
So I noticed is it siblings or husband and wife? I wasn't sure. I saw there's a Aaron and a Max. Same last name.
I believe they're siblings.
Siblings, okay.
Yes. Yeah, because I believe they wrote it together.
I saw them on something together.
Yeah.
Okay.
This has a 5.6 on IMDb with 124 votes. A little high, personally. And 111 people on Letterboxd have seen this. And this movie stars Jonathan Rosen as Malcolm, our lead character, the most boring man we've come across, I think, in this series.
I feel like we've also had a trope of unsatisfied men with very gorgeous women.
With the most beautiful women possible.
Yeah, and they're like, why does my life suck? It's like, what are you talking about?
Why does my life suck? I don't pay rent. I don't have a job. I just hang out and jerk off and fuck my hot girlfriend all day. The horrors of my existence.
Yep, that's about it.
Yeah. Then we have Lola Kirk as Lily. Who do you know Lola Kirk?
I did not, but I quickly found out that she was in my favorite movie of this year that I just watched.
Sinners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not clock her at all.
She's really great in Sinners.
Yeah.
I know her 'cause she was on Mozart in the Jungle.
I never checked out Mozart in the Jungle.
It's not amazing, but she's the lead in Mozart in the Jungle, or I guess co-lead with Gail.
Yeah, Garcia something.
Bernal?
Yeah, something like that. Good actor.
Yeah, she's very good in that, and I wish she had a character to play this.
Yeah.
She could have been good in this. She's very attractive. Then we have Dominic Chinaise. Do you know how to?
I actually don't.
Okay, as Bart, who is the grandfather of Malcolm.
I have him in Bert in most of my notes, and then I was like, right, Bart.
Yeah. Or just Junior Soprano.
Junior Soprano. Yeah.
He's by far the most interesting character in this movie. Again, not given much to do. There's not much happening in this movie.
I'm guessing they got it funded on the fact that he was going to be in it.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. And
by funded, they're just like, here's $50 and you get the weekend off. Then we had Joanna Merlin as Miriam, who is the grandmother. Did you recognize her from anything?
I feel like I did, but when I went through her stuff, it was like bit parts and stuff. Like, yes. I guess she was a teacher in like St. Elmo's Fire, which I haven't seen in a long, long time. Yeah. So I don't really remember.
Just like a working actress throughout her entire life. This was her final role. Oh. I don't know if you saw that, but...
I did not.
Yes, and she's, again... a lot of the things with, I think, most of the actors in this is if they were given stuff to do, you could see how this could have been a good movie.
You know what I'll say about those two performances especially is they portrayed a like stale marriage very well, where I don't think either person is necessarily in the wrong, but I can see how from the other side of their perspective, they're annoying the hell out of each other. Yeah. That really came across, and I'd put it down to those two actors being really good.
Yes, absolutely. We also had Rosie Perez as Zoe, the horny gilf next door.
Hell yeah.
And my God, she came on and she immediately... We'll get to the scene, but she immediately tries to fuck Malcolm. And I'm just like, if this fucking white bread piece of shit gets to fuck Rosie Perez, I am shutting this movie off.
Yeah, I did think it's funny. So if you saw our last episode, we talked a lot about older women that were, throwing it out there, and we were like, not interested.
Not happening.
Rosie Perez, I'm like, yeah.
Immediately.
Oh my God.
So sexy immediately in this movie. and it shows what acting can do. it shows that when you act, you can make yourself sexy at any age.
Well, and another little strange role too. I don't know if you're about to get to this too. Ellen Barkin showing up.
Yes, that was my next one as Lucy, who I also just have here as the dildo lady. Best scene in the movie, best moment in the movie. We'll get to it.
It was really good.
She appears in a single scene.
Did a favor for somebody, I'm assuming.
And then we also have Mike Faist. Do you know the name Mike Faist?
Oh, was he the creepy dad?
No. So Mike Faist, he was in Challengers from last year. He was one of the tennis players in Challengers. He's basically like, he was in West Side Story. He is now like one of the hottest commodities in Hollywood.
Who did he play in this?
He played the teenage boy who's making out in the park with his girlfriend.
Wow.
It legitimately,
they got the photo with Junior.
Yeah, I only have it here because he's just like, he has like 3 lines in this movie, but I'm just like, it's cool that Mike Faist is in this movie.
That's funny because I was like, teenage boy. Yeah. I don't think so.
There's no teenage boy. This is a movie about old people, Rory. I think you're mixing it up. But the only reason I felt like it to point out is because all of the reviews on Letterboxd are just like, I'll watch fucking anything from Mike Faist.
That's awesome.
I'll watch garbage for this man who's in it for, I'm pretty sure, like 45
Sweet.
seconds.
So this movie's going to blow up for us.
Eventually.
That's great. Maybe we can get on the ground floor of that.
We'll get all the Feist heads.
Oh, so did I mention that my favorite part of this movie is Mac's voice? Who was it?
Mike Faist.
Yeah, that is.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you actually forgot his name.
Totally did.
And then, the only other person I wanted to point out was Scott Cohen as Mick, who is the creepy dad. Did you recognize it?
I did, but only because I've seen him in a few things, which when I was just going through his IMDb, I was trying to think of The Big Show, which it was Gilmore Girls.
Yes.
And then I forgot that he was just in All the Little Things We Kill.
Yes, he was the husband in All the Little Things We Kill.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a fun little thing.
Yeah. We're getting lots of actors showing up a couple times now.
Yes, it's almost like their careers aren't going well.
Well, and it makes sense because the amount of people that we pointed out, they're like, this person has just had steady work for like a long time. It's like, of course they're going to show up in these movies.
Yeah. Like, there's a lot of these movies that we could do. The list is still 2,000 long, people. Oh my God.
Yeah. We'll be here for a while.
We're going to be doing this till the day we die. Okay, so we open on our first scene. Like, we meet our characters, Malcolm and Lily. Malcolm and Lily, they now live in New Jersey. They moved in to a retirement community to live with Malcolm's grandparents.
Yeah, they tried to move to New York to make it in New York. This young, happy couple in love. Neither of them could find jobs.
Yeah.
They burnt out quickly, couldn't find jobs, had to move to New Jersey.
Yes. And there they are, the youngest people there, of course. They spend their days fucking. Yeah. There's a pretty good, good, but like sexy little love scene, but all I could think is just like, they're definitely keeping Pop awake.
I know. I was like, your grandparents are in the next room.
Yeah, I would.
Can you keep it down a little bit?
Yeah. I mean,
later in the movie, they're just about to do it on the couch for crying out loud. It's like, it has some decorum, you know?
Yeah. At least wait for them to go to sleep.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying
we've all fucked at grandparents' houses.
Have a little respect about it.
Yes. So Malcolm is an animator. Yeah. They tell us.
Yeah.
At various points throughout this movie, we get little interjections, little animations.
Terrible.
Yeah. I was going to be kind, but they were really bad.
I could see it working on like an Adult Swim show where animation doesn't matter.
Yes.
That maybe would work.
Yeah.
And maybe because it did seem like that style. Like it seemed like he just kind of got into a style young as a kid and then kept with it, which is, I guess, okay if that's just what you're into. But I noticed that the guy, he's actually also an animator. So I wondered if that's why they picked him for the role.
Well, I think he's not an actor.
Right,
I don't know if you saw
he hasn't done.
This is his only role in a movie.
Yeah.
Which, hey, maybe don't cast someone who doesn't want to be a fucking actor as your lead.
They wanted the authenticity of an animator.
Of an animator's point of view, where you're just like, what am I doing with my life? No, Rosie Perez, I won't fuck you. Okay, maybe I'll fuck you. Oh, I'm too scared to fuck you.
That's the worst. Fuck. Oh man.
Yeah. So she, Lola Kirk, Lily. It's amazing she doesn't dump him immediately in this movie because again, just really attractive. She is trying to be a psychiatrist or a therapist. It's illy defined. Poorly defined what she's trying to do exactly, but she decides to move back to. Well, they go and visit friends in New York.
She has a friend. They're partying. It's her birthday, and then her dad who likes to party. There's like openly cocaine going on at this party. Yes. And he's like, "How are you kids doing?"
Hey,
like, I'm a cool dad.
Hello, fellow kids.
Yes. So, who's our actor that we said?
Scott Cohen.
Yeah. So
yes.
he
does. He's good as like a slime ball. In this movie.
Was, yeah. Because you know what? I've mostly only seen him play like reserved, like in Gilmore Girls. He's like the professor or whatever, right? So
yes.
It was nice to see him in that role. And because it was also funny that there's like one time after the party's over where it's just like him, his daughter, and then our two leads.
Yeah.
And he's like openly dancing with the girl, and both his daughter and her boyfriend's like, are you trying to have sex with my girlfriend in front of us?
He's very obviously trying to fuck
to
Lola
the point
Kirk.
where the daughter's like, okay, Dad.
Okay, we don't have... You can... And Malcolm's just like,
Yeah.
And he throws a tantrum like a teenager, teenage boy. He's just like, I don't want you to be around him anymore.
And he's the one who offers, or he gets a hookup for a job interview in New York, right?
Yeah. So so Lily's just like, okay, I want to move back to New York. I can stay with them, and I'm just like, she's gonna fuck this old man.
Yeah. And so we should also say then that Malcolm, he's in like a kind of arrested development stage of like he's, I guess, comfortable not doing anything right now. Yeah. I think he's more afraid that if they try again and burn out maybe, or has scars from like the last time they tried and didn't make it, and where he's just like, hey, I'm living the good life here.
Yeah. I think that his fear is mostly that she will leave him. Yeah. That is his main fear. That's the only thing we ever really learn about him.
That's fair, I guess, but also he's not doing anything to stop it.
Yes.
If anything, he's like trying to speed it up, it seems.
Yeah, well, to me, I'm just like, I think that he's worried that if he moves back and fails again, she's going to succeed.
Right.
And
I see. That makes sense.
So she's just like, hey, I can get this job interview in New York. I can stay here for free. So I'm just going to move back for a bit and stay here and not have to transit between New Jersey and New York constantly.
Yeah, because he builds a whole scenario of like what the next year of their lives look like that you see play out, where it's like, yeah, she went there, I stayed home, she hooks up with the professor, blah blah blah. It was
what you would expect this movie to be if it had any inertia to it, if it had any forward momentum.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that, folks.
No, there's not much of that here. And then tantum to them like doing this, we also get inserts of like Bart and Miriam, grandma and grandpa's lives, where they're just kind of old folks. They don't really have anything going on. Yeah. They go visit their neighbors. They've been doing the
same thing over and over and over for like decades, right?
Yeah.
And so, yes, Bart has hit the point where he's kind of like, I'm not happy. I'm seeing it's funny because he sees the kids being all over each other and he's like, oh, that's what you need, right? Which is funny because it's like they're not doing well either, Bart.
Yes, and he tries to spark like some romantic passion into the life, and he kind of gets blown off by Maren being like, well, the kids are going to be here soon.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And I'm just like, listen, don't let us stop you from fucking old people. Listen. And she's like, I have to tidy up for them. I'm just like, they're staying for free at your house.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, yeah, if you're staying for free, guess what? You're hearing grandpa and grandma going to town on each other. That's
hips are being broken. Okay? Yeah, and so he's unsatisfied. We see him go to the library and like literally look up like what to do when you're unhappy.
Yeah. Like fun things to do in New Jersey. It's like you've never looked this up before.
Also, I think that's the sadder of the two searches.
But like, you just never, you don't know anything about the place you live. Oh no,
no, because I think if this was a smart movie, it would be trying to like commentate on like, okay, you've saved yourself for your golden years, but now what does that really mean?
Yeah.
But it doesn't do that in any sort of way. It's just kind of like, well, you get old and so you get bored, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And then so Miriam's whole problem is that she feels like her whole life has kind of just been like, oh, I was a young girl, and then Bart came into my life. He was this like stunning guy who like swept me off my feet, and my whole life I've just been living for him.
Yes.
So like, what have I ever done in my life for myself?
Mm-hmm.
I've never had an original. I think she said she never had an original thought.
Yeah.
Like that's what it felt like.
Yeah, because there is a moment. Well, we could just talk about it now a bit where Bart leaves at one point. I will say they don't seem that worried about it at all.
Well, because there's also a moment preceding that. There's one moment you see Bart, he's going through the fridge and he's just complaining about everything being in Tupperware.
Yes.
And he's like, everything's in its own box. This is crazy. All these boxes. Meanwhile, the grandma, Miriam, is out with the kids. They come home and the kids enter the kitchen first and they see just everything's on the floor, splayed out. And so they're kind of like, oh, he's like, hey, you like keep grandma around the room. I'll clean this up. So Bart disappeared this time also.
Yes, I forgot the initial time. Because that time I'm just like, I would be so much more concerned if I came to my grandparents' place and the fridge door was left open and all the food was spilled everywhere. I'd be like, oh, is grandma and grandma dead?
Well, I think she did say like, did your grandpa do this? And he's kind of like, I think so. Like, but yes, like. That I think would be most people's concern. Like it was a pretty frightening scene.
Yeah, and he just kind of wanders to a neighbor's house and being like, "Oh, have you seen them?" And they're just like, "No, he's probably around."
And then so Miriam eventually falls asleep, and which makes Lily also go out to look, and then she stumbles upon him. He's like sitting by a tree. Yeah, we find out he like sprained his ankle. Yeah, and so she like helps him home, and very strange. But then like you said, he goes further and he packs a suitcase and he just up and leaves.
Doesn't say anything to Miriam, doesn't leave a note or anything, and she's left devastated.
This is also, we should say, while Lily is in New York. She's gone for this job interview.
Right.
And so Grandpa's missing. We see him like go check into like a shitty motel. Yeah. And he's like, this is the life.
Man, this movie should have been a little Dirty Grandpa. That's how you get, like, this grandpa wants to go live his life. That's what Dirty Grandpa was. Dirty Grandpa, he should have been strippers. He should have been the one trying to hook up with Rosie Perez.
Yes.
Like,
good.
I think if it focused more on him, if Malcolm, I don't think needs to be in this movie at all.
Right.
Get him out of there. Fucking toss him to the curb. Focus on the grandpa. Lily could be their granddaughter who was living there. Now she's in the city and she's torn between coming back and helping and stuff. Yeah. And then he's out there getting horny. He's out there being like, I need to live my life like I used to. And I think that would have been just in general a way this movie could have played out. Instead.
Yeah. So he just, I don't know. It's kind of like, so we see, I guess in order of things that happens, Lily goes to this job interview, super psyched about it, super looking forward to it.
Blows it completely.
Yeah, and then we find out that the woman kind of only took it because she promised. Yeah. What's his face that she would.
Mick, the Scott Cohen.
That's right. And like, I did it as a favor.
She straight up says, "Oh, this was a courtesy interview."
Yes,
which I'm just like, fuck, that's me. And then Lily basically begs to be all, and then she says she got the job. Newsflash, she didn't get the job. Yeah. She's just been lying about that.
Right, yeah. No, she does not get the job. And then so when Malcolm finally calls her to I think check in to her, but also be like, hey, I'm like going through a crisis over here.
To try and lure her back.
To get her back.
Like, hey, my grandfather's missing. I can't come there.
And so they're both kind of like, hey, well, you can come here. And he's like, I can't leave. Are you kidding me? And she's like, well, I can't go. I just got the job. And I think it was also a test to see what his reaction would be. Yes. Because he basically freaks the fuck out.
He's so angry. She's like, how dare you work?
Yeah.
You're my woman. You don't do that.
And I did like that whenever, because the way it comes up too, which is funny, because he's like, what am I supposed to do? She's like, I don't know, maybe get a fucking job like I am.
Yeah.
And he's like, you got the job? And she's like, yeah. He's like,
oh, God damn it. Oh, you got me. I don't have a job.
Yes.
I will live with Miriam.
Oh, yeah. In his whole thing where he was saying, like, the whole year, imagining the year apart, he was basically openly like, I'll be supposed to be looking for jobs. I'm not going to do it.
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to sit in my room next to Grandma and Grandpa. I'm going to goon over old pictures of me and her. Just jerking off constantly. I do like how I know I said before that they say he's an animator. We literally never see him draw.
Right.
Which is insane.
Yeah, we see drawings,
Yes.
and it's implied that they're his, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of about stuff that's going on, but also weird, like, obscure things.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like we should have at least one scene where he's drawing a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair.
I also want to point out that we do get more titties in this than we do in Bigfoot or Bust.
That's true.
We do
did.
see a set of titties.
Yeah,
Which...
that was noted by me as well.
High five.
Hell yeah. Finally.
Finally. The podcast can end now. That was the search.
Yeah.
So Bart... So while after he gets into the fight with Lily, he decides he goes out to... He's searching around. He's kind of trying to find...
Drown his sorrows a little bit.
Yeah, drown his sorrows. But he's also trying to... He's ostensibly searching for Bart as well. Being like, oh, where could his last location be? And he goes to a bar, and there he gets hit on by Rosie Perez.
Yeah.
Who hits on him hard.
Yeah.
She is so horny.
Yeah, yeah. To the point they're finally like, okay, we're going to go... And then she's like, can I get a ride home?
My son was supposed to pick me up. That's right. I put out.
So he's like, all right, yeah, I'll give you a ride home. And like we see a little bit of the drive home. She's like actively putting on lipstick in the driver's seat. And then I just love because he doesn't make a move. And then the next thing you see is she's just like, bye. Slams the door because she's like, what the hell? What do I have to do to get nailed over here?
Oh my God. Talk to me, Rosie. That's how. Please.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yes, and she hits on him by like being like, "Oh, you should put on this song. That's the song I used to make out to boys with."
Yeah. I did also like there was one. I'm trying to think of who he was talking to. I didn't write down who he was talking to about this. But Malcolm was talking to someone about living where he is at, and because this is where we get the name of the movie. Because he's like, so you live in a retirement community? And he's like, oh, no, it's a active adults place.
Yeah. Yeah.
He might say old folks home and he says active adults community.
Yes, that's what it is. It's kind of just like, it's like, these people are, they're not having somebody watch after them.
Yeah, they all have their own separate houses and living quarters or whatever. And
it's like basically just a gated community.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah. So we're sometimes getting cut into where Bart's at, where he's just kind of like wandering around. He's just like, oh, I'm living my life kind of thing. I do like the scene, not like, it was a fine scene, but Malcolm calls the credit card company and fakes being Bart to find out where his last purchase was.
Yes. I did like, because he's practicing the voice for a little bit in the room. Yeah, I did think that was good.
He's practicing the voice, and he does it on the phone, and then he gets the information, and then he just says his regular voice, oh, thank you. I can imagine the person on the other be like, oh, fuck. What just happened? So he goes, but during this time, I don't know how long passes in this movie. Again, I know this is a problem with a lot of movies running.
Yeah.
We don't know the time frame of what's all happening.
Right, because, sometimes it seems like a couple weeks maybe. Like, I really don't know.
Because at some point, Miriam says she doesn't miss Bart anymore.
Yeah, she's like, she's over it. She's
like,
gone. He
he's
chose
gone.
to leave. And this is, I think, when she says, like, I don't even feel like my own person. I've never done anything for myself.
Yes.
And I don't even want him to come back.
A very good scene from her.
It really was, yeah.
Again, it made me wish that it was more about just this couple.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think with a little more substance. If they would have gave her more, I think she could have really delivered.
Yes.
And I think she did deliver with what she did have.
Yeah, but it could have been. It would have been a movie, an actual movie, not the movies we talk about. Yes. Joanna Merlin, she did very well, and so Bart, he's wandering around. We get a scene where he meets Mike Faist.
Yeah.
Where he's just there's a couple like teenagers making out in a park.
Yeah.
He just goes and watches them for a bit.
Yeah.
And then they whisper, and she's like, "Can I get a picture with you?"
Yeah. So the whole time he's like left, he's also been wearing this like fancy 3-piece suit that he has. And he's clearly pining for a time where he like felt important or whatever, right? Yes. And they all dress nicer and stuff. And so, yeah, the guy's like, "Oh, can my girlfriend get a photo with you?" And he's like, "Why?" He's like, "Oh, your suit, man. You look snazzy."
Yeah.
Yeah, she does these little, like, it's like she's posing with him and he kind of like, oh, it's like does the,
Yeah.
And then, but it's like they're immediately then looking at the photos and like laughing and he's kind of like, oh, like.
Yeah, it makes him feel like a prop.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it makes him feel bad. And he's like, "Oh, I thought you liked the suit, but it's."
But what a powerhouse performance from Mike Faist. That's what I always say.
Yeah, if you're a Mike Faist guy, watch Active Adults. Don't just fast forward to the scene. Watch it all. You're gonna love it.
That's right.
You need the background.
Yeah.
You need to know what's happening.
That's funny that there's that fan base. That reminds me of, like I said, pointed out to you when we watched what's that one called? The Night Visitor. And that one post I found was like, Michael Biehn fucking killed it in this movie. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's if Mike Faist was important enough, he would have been the one to finance this movie. Guaranteed. Like, if Mike Faist could made it today, it would have got funding based on Mike Faist.
Yeah, that's funny.
And so eventually, when he tracks down, he steals the credit card number, he tracks down the last purchase, and he finds Bart there.
Yeah.
And they sit down, and they just have a conversation. And I was just like, "Why did you leave?" And Bart's like, "Because I wanted to. I want to live my life." And he gives a good performance here. He's, like, really selling it against a fucking drywall that is Malcolm. He's so boring and bad in this movie.
Yeah.
I think that this is the worst lead performance we've had since Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are undead.
That guy sucked.
That guy really sucked. It sucked more in that one because we knew he could be a good actor.
Yeah,
and he just chose not to be.
Yeah, no. You know what's funny is when I think about that movie, I don't even think about that guy anymore. I think about his campy friend.
I think about everything else in that movie. I'm just like, yeah, that was a fun movie. And then just ignoring the middle section. Just, the sides are so nice.
Yeah. But yeah, Junior's really good in this scene. And I like that. I did like, what's funny, which I think they might even point out that the girlfriend might, is that so during the whole time that Bart's gone, Malcolm steps up and like really takes care of Miriam. He's watching after the place. He's like, we see him doing chores and watering everything. And it's funny that he is so stagnant in his own life, but for his like grandma, he'll step up and take care of it, which I think is a weird like thing but I guess it's to keep him where he's at still, ultimately.
Yeah, because he is still in contact with Lily. They're still technically dating, but it feels very disconnected. And he's definitely using it as like, I have to stay here. Who else is going to watch Miriam?
Right,
Who's going to take care of my grandma?
I will say the one moment from him that I did love is, he's watering the grass or the flowers or something with a hose. And the hose all of a sudden cuts off, like very slowly cut off, and to the point where it's like, and he kind of looks at the hose, sprays it right in the face, and he just does what anybody would do and like looks around and it's like, just goes inside.
Classic bit.
I loved it.
I thought you were going to say one of your favorite performances, which is maybe my favorite performance in this movie. So at one point, Lily does eventually come back. She's looking for Malcolm. She knocks on the door, and Miriam eventually answers. And then another man comes up behind Miriam, and I'm just like, this guy's laying pipe.
Yeah, because we get to a point where Miriam, she's feeling a little bit better, more herself a little bit, and like I think Malcolm even says like, oh, look, what's she's like cooking up a big meal.
Yeah,
and he's like, what are you like the plan tonight? And she's like, oh, I'm having a
friend over.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, like, who are we having over? And she's like, no, like I'm having a gentleman caller.
Yes.
And he's like, and then it like cuts to him at her his grandma's parents' friend's house.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
he
he's
just
just like,
got sidelined.
It's basically she's just like, there's gonna be a sock on the door tonight, honey.
Yeah. So of course this is a night that Lily comes back.
Mm-hmm.
I think we did get a scene too where he, I guess again it was very like passive aggressive him trying to like trick her, where he went to New York.
Yes.
To like, oh hey, I brought your stuff back.
Right. Yes.
And she's like, oh cool, and they like kind of hash it out and they're like reminiscing a little bit. Seems kind of nice. And then he's like, you know what? Actually, I brought like an overnight bag. I could stay too. And she's like, you know what the funny thing is now I don't know if we.
Yes.
It's like, oh no, this idiot.
Yeah, because he's kind of like, maybe I should move back down.
Yeah.
And then now she's out of it.
Yeah.
So like they just are on separate pages.
Well, I mean, they're lying to each other, right? It's not good. I think that is the thing that makes him go back home, and he now seeks out.
Rosie.
Since he dropped off Rosie Perez, he like shows up at her house.
Yes.
Middle of the night. She like opens the door with her like hair all askew and like, hey, hello? He's like, hey, baby.
What's up? Hey, sugar.
Yeah. To which she's like, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
invites him in. And they like,
you're
almost,
the youngest guy in this community. Sure, I'll sleep with you.
Yeah, and they like almost go for it, and she like also again pulls out all the stuff. She's not a subtle lady.
No,
she's just like, you like porn? Boom, pops it on the TV.
Yeah, this
loudly here like,
you like porn? Oh, this is what I star in. By the way, this is my porn that I make with my old husband.
Yeah,
let's watch it. That's what I used to look like. You want to take a look at what I look like now?
Yeah, and then he's kind of like, oh, I don't know. And then she's like, no, that's cool. Goes, makes a move again, takes off her like robe, and then like kisses him. And he still is like, I can't do this.
It's just like,
and I'm like, dude, you went to her house.
Yeah, that is bullshit.
Poor old lady's gonna get blue balls after that. Oh man.
Yeah. So I can't remember how does. Lily comes back. There's the guy who's obviously just fucking the shit out of Miriam tonight. Hell yeah. I do like how early on in the movie somebody asked them, being like, "Oh, isn't it weird?" Like, oh, Lily says at one point, "Oh, don't you feel sad for old people because they can't have sex anymore?"
Right.
And I'm just like, you don't know the statistics. Baby.
I think you know what I realized after I said I didn't. I think it was the dad, the creepy like dad friend. Mick, that he was the one being like, so you guys live in the place, and then he's like, tell me about the orgies these people are having, because I've been reading that that's all they're doing.
That's what this movie should have been about.
Totally.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think what kind of gets her to go back, and I don't remember if there's more to it, but there is one night where because she also not only lied to obviously Malcolm, but she's also lied to her friend that she got this job. Because her friend must live also in New York because they party a lot out there.
Does she live with? I'm pretty sure she lives with.
They live together.
Yes.
That could make sense. Yeah, because there's just nights where they're like, oh, let's go out, and then they're out hammered, and she kind of finally says like, I never got that job.
Yeah, right. Yes.
Yeah, and then so I think it's a friend because she's saying like, yeah, it's the relationship's not going well, and she's like, oh, it's okay to be in a bad spot right now.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of compels her to go back to where.
But Malcolm's not there. I can't remember what happens next. I gotta be honest. I got so bored. Also, usually when I take notes, I always do it like scene by scene. This movie doesn't have scenes.
Right.
This movie cuts from one thing. It's like 2 seconds, and then it cuts to another thing. I'm just like, fuck. Let me figure this out.
Oh, you know what else happens? The thing we left out, which is she does eventually goes. She's like kind of moping on the sidewalk, and she sees a like hiring place, and she goes for a job interview at a juice bar.
Was near the. I thought this was like basically the end of the movie.
I think it is before she goes. I have it in my notes before she goes back.
Yes,
but yeah, she basically
goes for this.
Also, this juice man, good performance from this guy. Good
performance here. Yeah,
because he's like basically like, all right, tell me what you know about juices, and she's like, nothing, and he's like, not going to cut it in the juice business. Like, you got to know everything about these juices.
And she bursts into tears.
And he's just like, oh my God, you don't have to know it all. I'm so sorry. I'll hire you.
You can take your time. You can learn. I can teach you. You can learn.
He was great. And so, yeah, he hires her. Yeah. So I think she's all happy. So I don't know if it's that kind of, maybe it's turning around and maybe she like we said, shows up while the grandma's trying to get it in.
Yeah.
And the buddy comes, and what I love that he's just like arm around her, like, no, this is happening.
Yeah.
So take like
Fuck off.
and then so
The Viagra's been. I took it 2 hours ago. We gotta get this rolling.
So that's what happens, and then so she's like kind of sitting waiting, and then meanwhile the old friends, they had to retire to the bed as well because they're old, and so Malcolm makes his way back. Also, he just swipes a bottle of vodka on the way out.
Oh, I didn't even see
Which
that.
I'm like, did you bring that or is that theirs?
Yeah, that's
Come on.
Yeah.
And then him and Lily go get drunk on the golf course.
Right. Yes.
And then they end up back at the place and on the couch. This is again where they're like, no respect for the household.
yeah,
Come
we're
on.
gonna fuck right here.
And then so the grandma just comes out and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
hey. And I think I don't even know if they have a conversation. A lot of the stuff is like,
It's so fractured. It's
Yeah.
just kind of like they don't have any enough story to build into actual scenes. So they're just kind of, now we're cutting into something else kind of thing. How do we get to Ellen Birkin is what I want to
So
ask.
there was something where I don't know if it was when he was still looking for his grandpa. I think it
Yes.
was. He ended up finding a list of people from a bridge club.
Right, yes.
And so he went to like the first place and was like, hey, is Jack here?
Yeah.
And she's like, no, why don't you come in for a bit? And then she's like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to tell you this. Jack's dead. And he's like, oh, like, I don't know how to tell you this. I was only really looking to like ask him a question. So I don't think it's anything you can help me with. And then I think
she asked him to help with some stuff.
Move some stuff around,
stuff. And best part of the movie. Easily best part of the movie.
they move a bed.
And there is a sex toy right there.
So he honestly tries to like kick it under the bed to
Yeah.
be like, I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
And she's like, that ain't mine. And he's like, what? It was great.
Yeah. Best acting from him easily. Best got a legitimate laugh out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like it was a good scene, and because I think she also does like hey, tell me if you had to guess, like how old do you think I am? It is very. I actually didn't write any notes for it. I think I was kind of taken by it, but there's not a lot.
Yeah. Again, the actors other than Malcolm are all good actors, and they give what they can from this script, but there's just not enough there for anything to really. So like it's compelling to watch them, but
Nothing sticks with you.
nothing
really.
sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm finally going through this notes.
And then we're basically at the end of this movie.
Yeah, because we also see the funny thing is like we've had Bart be all like happy and stuff. Now he's reached the I'm sad in a hotel in my underwear phase of his single life.
Oh, we've all been there.
I'm currently there. Are you
That's
kidding
why
me?
I'm going to do that after this.
I put pants on for this podcast. And it's really sad to watch, and he's just sad, and he tries to just pack up and go home.
He tries to go home.
Yeah.
And Miriam's just like, you fucking asshole.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing too that's funny is like what I really like about it, because Lily's kind of been out of the picture the whole time. So we see him driving the driveway, and like Lily rushes over to help him like bring his bags in. Malcolm doesn't because he kind of hates him.
Yes.
And then and then we see him unpacking his bags, and Miriam's like, no, and like just starts throwing his shit back in, and it's like, no, you can leave. You chose to leave. You can leave.
Yeah.
And then they kind of like almost rekindle like,
A
it
little
looks
bit.
like
They're basically just kind of like, what else are we going to do here?
I think like one of the lines she says is like, oh, like you made me feel useless. You made me feel dead. Like that I didn't exist.
You make me feel dead.
This was probably the best scene of the movie, I thought.
Yes, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, and again, it was like really good, both these actors.
It's two good actors getting a moment to be like, this is a real moment that could have happened.
Right. And then the reason I think like we think they might rekindle is like he said, he goes for like the passion again, and he kisses her, and she goes for it.
Yeah.
And then immediately like steps back. It's like, no, leave.
Yeah.
And like, oh, that's it.
And then so he and Malcolm go to a park, or I think the golf course, and have a final conversation basically about like where can we go from, where can both of us go from here with these women that we love, but we're obviously not doing enough for them. And it just kind of peters out. I feel like Junior, sorry, I keep calling him Junior, Dominic Chanese, he's trying his best here with but I feel like this script was written by a 22-year-old who had his heart broken once.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like they didn't have enough life experience to tackle it all.
Yeah.
Because I just looked at my notes. It's like, I don't know what the last scene is. Is it them talking?
It's them talking, and they just basically have like a heart-to-heart being like, fucking women.
Well, that's what, like, it was funny before the grandpa left. There was like scenes where she'd be like, I think he even like set them up, be like, oh, tell me like an old story about how'd you meet? And she's like, oh, as a young woman, and your grandpa rode into town in this nice car that he didn't tell me belonged to somebody else, by the way. And she's like doing this nice like reminiscing thing, and he's clearly like, he's just out, like he's not happy, right?
Yeah.
So anything that's going on, he's like, all right, just fix him a drink. He cuts her, and I'm like, no one's gonna be like, hey, can you stop being a dick?
Yes,
for no reason.
No, he just doesn't want to think about the past at all.
Yeah,
because I think that he always thought he didn't want to live in the past. He's just like, I'm still alive.
Yeah,
I can still have new memories, new experience.
Yeah,
but he realized that like his life. It's not like that it's over, but without her, there isn't anything.
Because whenever he was sitting alone in the, watching TV in the room, it's like, what kind of life is this?
Exactly.
That's what I asked myself.
And and Malcolm and Lily are they don't in the movie, but they're gonna break up 2 weeks later. Like they do not belong together at all. They're a terrible couple. We don't know anything that they like except for fucking. That's the only thing guaranteed that they both like. And guess what? They can fuck other people. So this is done. Except for Malcolm, he's scared to fuck other people. He doesn't want to fuck Rosie Perez.
God.
Listen, if you
get over it, dude.
Get over it. Develop a personality. I swear to God. That's active adults.
Yeah.
I would not. I want to say like 1.5 stars.
Yeah, I would maybe say 2 tops, but like it's.
I'll go 2. Like I don't want to be mean to this.
Well, that's just it. Like some of the acting performances are really, really good. Most of them, I would say.
Yes.
But there's not a lot.
It's so thin.
Yeah.
And it's like you're focusing on the wrong person.
I'm honestly surprised we've talked about it for this long.
Yeah, I am.
I thought this could have been our first like 20-minute episode.
Yeah, not funny. We didn't make many jokes. It wasn't a very funny episode. Sorry about that. But
we didn't have anything juicy like a school shooting to make jokes about. Oh my
God, the dead kid pile. It was right there. It's so funny. This movie could have used a dead kid pile.
This is just 2 different generations of couples being over each other, and Rosie Perez trying to get laid, and no one would help her out.
How can Rosie Perez not get laid?
Right.
The fundamental flaw to this movie.
That's the tragedy of this movie.
Yeah, that's what the movie should have been about. Yes, so that is Active Adults. Thank you guys so much for watching, so much for listening. If you guys like the podcast, share it with your friends, like us, subscribe to us, anything you could do. You can also follow us on Instagram at Absolutely Obscure Pod. You can email us if you have any questions, any comments about the show. We'd love to read them out, including we got one, another one from our major fan, Rob Hambroff. Who asked us, now that you've watched so many terrible movies, what are some common themes and acting choices that you find you hate the most? I can come with a theme that we run across often. Writers also directing, also starring in their movies. Don't do that.
Or also, like, you know what people want to hear about? Just a struggling actor getting through their life.
Yeah,
we've seen it. We've seen it a lot, and it's not good a lot of the time.
I think the straight white man needs his movie. I think that's what people want to hear about. A straight white man who has a really hot girlfriend. I think that's...
Yeah, it's really tough because I think a lot of people think of writer-director combos like when that works. Of course, it can work.
Yes.
Sure, if you're talented enough. We've watched enough to know that often it does not.
Yeah.
Get some other opinions in the room. Yeah. And use a team to build whatever you think might be a good movie.
Yeah. You're not on auteur the first time out. Figure shit out.
Yes.
So yeah, if you have any questions, comments, you can email us at absoluteobscurepodcast@gmail.com.
Also you can follow us individually at Real Funny Josh or The True Rory.
Yes.
And do we have anything else on the email front to talk about? No.
Yes, we
Okay,
do.
I'm
I
excited.
just want to quickly thank our
who
producer,
cares? No,
Aaron
we
Campbell.
can skip that part.
Handsomest Man Comedy. The audio is going to line up perfectly. And also, Matt Prince for our theme music.
Yes.
I think I forgot to thank him last time. Also, we should note this is right after our 1 year anniversary.
That's right.
We record these well in advance, but this will be our 1 year anniversary show.
Officially
Or
been
the last
around
one.
for a year. We haven't been canceled yet.
We
That's
haven't
good.
been canceled yet. I mean, the last episode might have done us.
Oh no, we spoke too soon. Oh no.
But if you've been listening, if you found us anywhere along the way, we thank you guys so much. I love doing this podcast.
Absolutely.
This is so much fun.
Hope to do it for a long time.
Hope to do it for a long time. And yes, you had mentioned that we got another email because we have another movie sent to us by the director themselves.
Yeah.
Which I'm very excited for. So we will be doing that next. That movie is Boy Meets Girl from director Jerry Curchetti. It's Italian. I'm so sorry.
What was his first name?
Jerry.
Jerry Pizza, whatever.
I'm sure he's gonna love that.
We need a joke in here. We already talked about it.
Jerry Cicaretti. There we go. This has a 5.4 on IMDb with 347 votes. Only 67 people have seen this on Letterboxd.
Okay.
And he said that this is if Fellini had directed Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Interesting.
Do you know any Fellini movies?
I know of them. I've never watched any Fellini.
Have you seen Breakfast at
I
Tiffany's?
haven't seen Breakfast at
Okay,
Tiffany's.
I haven't. So,
Yeah.
so this movie is Angela is a shy and whimsical Italian waitress who has moved from Italy to Canada to fulfill a family vow of marrying a man she's not in love with. And Angela settles into a neighborhood in Toronto's Little Italy, longing for true love. Mike is a jaded and cynical copywriter for romance novels, but has lost his faith in romantic love. In the days leading up to Valentine's Day, this is Lola, an enigmatic and amorous couple named El Magnifico and Mrs. Jones set the whole neighborhood ablaze with romantic passion. While everyone seems to be falling under the spell of Cupid's arrows, Angelina and Mike meet and just might find the true love they've been searching for.
Nice.
That sounds fun and bubbly.
Yeah.
And like it
Sounds
might
like,
have.
Sounds like Rosie Perez could get laid in that movie.
Yeah, Rosie Perez would definitely get laid in this movie. Sounds like this movie might have too much plot, which, hey, I'll fucking take it over the last few
Over
movies.
none whatsoever. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that'd be exciting. Thank you for the link, by the way.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And thank you guys for listening. Take
Have a good
care out
one.
there.
Bye.